Top one already. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Zuko Had Traptrix. I might butcher the last name, but it's this girl right here. Let me. I don't know. Sorry about that. And let me. It's this one right here.
Traptrix Atrax.
Traptrix Atrax. Yeah. This girl right here. So they basically this card right here. And so she has basically what she has in Yu-Gi-Oh! She lures prey in and then kills them. But that would be her ability through most of this anime, or this What If series. But of course she was boring. Or she was getting bored of it. But yeah. And Zuko in this What If has a quirk that's similar, but instead of killing, he has the power of infinity and zero. So he can basically do anything. He could counteract her venomous poison, or yeah. But there's one thing. Of course, when they were, let's just, so at age of 3, when Zuko was born, at age of 3, he was laughing, having a good time. When in class, there was a new student. Yeah, her. When she locked eyes on Zuko, her heart starts to pound. She wants him to be her boyfriend. She's not she could sense that he's the one right for her. So yeah, so then so then when he was walking around, doing the thing. So at age of 4, Zuko did his little quirk test, and Zuko, in this alternate timeline, he does have a quirk of fire manipulation, or elemental manipulation, because it's not because of Inko or Sashi, but his power evolved his flame manipulation into the like manipulation of everything. Like how I was gonna say how this same thing as her, but on a whole nother level. So he was just getting bullied around by Bakugo, and his goons. As one day he wants to just like end it. But then that same girl that they met in class, like got introduced, she ran upstairs and yeah. So basically she used her webs to catch him before he falls, as she brought him closer to her. And instead of devouring him, she like hugged him. She was like had tears coming down her face because she doesn't want to see him die like that. And she doesn't care if he was quirkless or had a quirk. As both of them, as she looks up at him and tells him that she wants to date him. As that caught Zuko off guard. Because usually quirks people had to date the other quirks to gain more quirks. Which her asking him that is very like, because he knows that she has a quirk that allows her to shoot webs out. But if he's tried to think about it, but she simply just kissed him right on the lips. Yeah. As she says, I know that usually quirks get, or whoever has quirks, when they get dating somebody that has more quirks. But that's not always the case. Zuko. As everyone calls him Deku, but only she calls him Zuko. Oh. Because, yeah, Zuko, who and her were dating from age of 4 to age of 15. Yeah, it's a pretty long time. So then, of course, every time that, or sometimes if Bakugo tries to bully Zuko when she's around him, yeah, she sticks the Bakugo to a wall or to the ceiling. And yeah, makes him feel so scared out of his mind. Yeah. So then, the next day, or like, let's say the 10 days before and he does get one for all, by the way. Zuko does get one for all. And it, yeah. So with that support quirk and his original quirk, and he has like Infinity and Zero, he could go Super Saiyan. And so, yeah. And Inko and Nasashi are happy that Zuko got a girlfriend. Because usually, quirkless people that don't have, like, the quirks, right? He do, or they usually all the girlfriends or all the girls don't accept them. But she's different from them. So, yeah. So then, yeah. Heck, he's always she loves it when he mutters to himself. Oh, oh, as one of the, like, yeah, but she has the, it's not just, it's a, not quirk, but it's her ability. So it's basically, she's quirkless too. So it makes sense. And that, because she can turn into a spider. I believe that's right. Yeah. She turns into a spider and then she gets like what traptrix are. The So, yeah. So, that's what. But Zuko didn't know that she was also quirkless. So then. He doesn't, like, dump her or. Don't worry. So he ends up like they did a little quirk test as Tenya is like being a white knight thing, and he ends up trying to like ooh, like tell Zuko that he just needs to stay away from her because it looked like she was the youngest one. But both of them, she is actually the same age as Zuko, so it makes it look like her body is young. Like, but she is actually a 15-year-old kid. And as everyone is making him feel bad. And as Tanya got webbed all the way to the ceiling, as she tells Tanya that I'm the same age as Zuko. I'm 15, but you see me younger than him? Yeah. So then, basically, she moves him to the front of the line. And as Tanya, well, is very confused, so Zuko's is like, I want to make sure. Okay. So Zuko ends up um was so embarrassed because every other person tried to separate him from her, like Ochako, Mina, actually not Mina, but Ochako, Momo, Jiro, Rinko, all of those girls try to separate him from her. So then, yeah. So now the internship with the robot things, he gets class 1A stats. And same thing as her. But she does it on a more grand scale. And yeah. And no, she didn't like abuse him like the mind control him to love on her. Huh? Because Zuku's abilities, like Zero, doesn't allow him to get hypnotized that easily. So basically, he chose to love on her because she can tell that that's his free will. When they were both age of 7, and of course, she asked Zuko that at the rooftop thing when you knew about how I have the quirk that allows me to subdue man and man or min, right? Huh. Well, actually, no, it's just because I never felt the effects of it. Huh. As she tells him, she tells him that because she knows that that's one thing that she loves him on is because he's such a mystery to her. And she knows that he doesn't, or she doesn't want to scare him, so get better used to him, or she needs him to get better know her as that. Because in this alternate timeline, traptrix are like the number one threat. So if they were in their like monster stage. They have to like contain it. But there was one thing. Zuko isn't he actually has the power to like he knows that she's that monster thing, but he just doesn't even question it because he is the most powerfulest person in the entire universe. Traptrix has nothing on him. So, like, pro heroes. So then, yeah. So now the internship thing, or the court test, Zuko punches a 0-pointer and breaks like his one hand, his legs, things, but then she uses her web to like stop the heart or the and yeah. So basically, he sets him down, and yeah, his honey wasn't used to that. As he starts giggling and muttering at the same time, as she runs up to him, and everyone else is finds that annoying for him to mutter like that, but the but she finds it so cute that sometimes makes Zuko embarrassed. So yeah, the in so then the so both of them are in class 1A. Hey, as and her home thing is basically a spider web in the cave. As she's just or when they were getting their report things, she got hers, but she ends up um has like when she looks up, she sees a web of Zuku Midoriya. Like not a full body, don't worry, but the art, like a painting of Zuko Midoriya, was up there looking down as she's happy to meet someone that loves traptrix. Because there's some of the not no one loves them in this alternate timeline thing. So I'm just in this what if, so that's what probably everyone loves traptrix in Yu-Gi-Oh! But in this what if, everyone from like the entire world can't like handle it. So then Zuko, or so she like always goes, lays down, smiling. She even has a like web pillow. Oh, and she uses it. It's like her anime body pillow thing, but she thinks of Zuko Midoriya. So yeah. So then, but at now, because it makes sense, I'm kind of making her overpowered too. So basically, and every other trap trick, like his own or her siblings, went to different areas, but she stayed because she's the youngest one. And, and when then, of course, so yeah. So basically, when they did, so I'll tell you in the next part, part two.